In this week's Retro News, we talk about where you can watch full shows of some awesome 80s cartoons on YouTube right now. Also, there is a Google computer that can now beat 57 arcade games. And Reading Rainbow is coming back, sorta. So stay tuned for all that news and more coming up. What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, your #1 source for retro pop culture and news. There is now an artificial intelligence computer that can beat 57 of those classic arcade games that came with the Atari 2600. Google has a company called DeepMind, and they have an artificial intelligence computer called Agent 57, and it's beating some of the hardest games to master, like Montezuma's Revenge, Solaris, and Pitfall. Now, DeepMind has a YouTube channel that's showing Agent 57 playing 57 of these games, and if you're interested in this, I'll link to their website down below. Next up, there might be a lot of subscription streaming services that are out there, but not all of them have a decent selection of 80s cartoons. Here on YouTube, you can watch every episode of some of those great 80s cartoons, like G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, She-Ra, Princess of Power, Brave Star, Mask, one of my favorites, The Adventures of Galaxy Rangers, and Filmation's original Ghostbusters. Free, high quality, and best of all, they're legal. I'll link to those channels down below so you can check them out. And then moving on to some retro movie news, here's a list of the movies that I'm tracking that have been postponed. Ghostbusters Afterlife is coming out March 5th, 2021. Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out August 14th, 2020. And Top Gun Maverick is set to release in theaters on December 23rd, 2020. Then if you grew up in the 80s, you most definitely remember LeVar Burton's show, Reading Rainbow.
Take a look, it's in a book, a Reading Rainbow.
There's a new live stream story reading series that he's launching over on Twitter for both kids and adults. And the first book reading is going to be starting on Friday, April 3rd. And he is going to be doing 3 storybook readings every week. They are Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is going to be children's selections. Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, which is for young adult audiences. And Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific, those are for adults. And if you like retro tech and want a cool power bank that looks like a vintage Sony Walkman, this 16,000 hotline might be just what you're looking for. Then if you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll see you in the next video that is right over there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.